when you say, and normally it starts with, hey, can you describe your business in 140 characters? And they normally trot out the what's on their brochure. And it's a bit clunky and here's what we do and it's probably for one person. Whereas when you start thinking about, oh, this is what it is to the fan, this is what it is to, because you have to be, as a someone that's pitching, you have to be pliable to go, oh, that person's all focused on the data, so I have to give them the data version of my pitch. Whereas, oh, that person's the game entertainment person, they just want to make sure that everyone is sharing their experience at the game. So I think that's where it's quite valuable, and it can start, that can start feathering out the different, I guess, marketing material and pitches, or email scripts, or how you speak on the phone, those kind of things. And it's really, what we've found in doing sort of workshops with startups and that kind of stuff, that it really helps refine what you're trying to do for the particular market. So you've now got your chunky pitch. The last thing, and this is what we'll probably discuss off air, how can people contact you if they're interested in Famous Fan, in finding out more, in maybe getting a demo, talking more about how it's working with the Spurs or Duke? How can people get in touch with you?
Not really, actually, because we're not designing, like, the files are just going to tell us something static. Like, they don't really give much information. I want to see what's on the site now and, like, what we're really prioritising.
No worries, Josh. Well, thank you very much for coming on the podcast, and thank you very much for being the first, and I don't want to say guinea pig, but to go through the process. And I did say to Josh, I quoted Sam Hickey before we started recording. I said, trust the process. In that sort of go through the pitch, but then also having that, to have that backwards and forwards around his product. I really appreciate you being so open about Famous Fan, and I look forward to catching up with you soon, whether it be in Boston or in another part of the States when I'm over there. All right, cool. I think that was around 40 odd minutes, I think, in the end, with the cuts. How was that?
There's no files here.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Oh, mine, we can try that. I'm just, yeah, it's tough. It becomes a tough edit. We can try it, and I don't, I'm not going to go back and check whether there's repetition around the start piece. That's my only concern. Like, because I don't know how I would potentially, because how I reacted off that first question will make it really tough to do the edit at the end. So, but what I can, because I don't know what I see, this is my piece, because I can't use my reaction to what your pitch is if I get you to redo your pitch. Does that make sense? Yeah, but I'll talk it up, like the thing. I'll talk it up in the intro that it's like a Shark Tank thing. It's slow to get going, but once we get into it, it's really interesting. All right, I'll give you another go, but like I said, if it's tough to read. Yeah. So we sort of went pitch, and then we sort of jumped. You jumped into this, like, this is the bit because you jumped into the Spurs stuff, and then I went back to the background. Like, so the only piece that I'm happy to re-record, and we can record it, is give us your elevator pitch, and you just do that strong, tight. And the thing is, it's going to be pretty vanilla. Like, it's going to be salesy and that kind of thing. That's about the only piece that I can use. All right, James, what we're doing here, and it's up, it's going to be up to you and tell if it fits with the audio pieces. I'm going to re-ask James his elevator pitch, and I'm going to get you to give us two versions, his original one and then mine, and I'm hoping that I don't riff too much off his initial one. All right. Josh, give us your elevator pitch for Famous Fan. Cool. I think that'll be okay. But like I said, I'll let James see how the edit goes. Yeah, but you know that I've got the intro to ramp it up, and then I've got the outro to give it an offer. So I'll let you think about that. Think about the offer on how you want me to potentially phrase it. Hey, I've got I had chatted with Josh at post interview. Anyone who gets in touch before, we time limit it. September 30, we'll be in line for a special intro offer. Something like a 5-game. Josh is willing to open up a 5-game trial for X teams, something like that, and we don't have to mention the dollars. I would just be pretty much looking to push people to a landing page that I'll put on, it'll be sportsgeekhq.com/famousfan, that has a bit of the copy. You've listened to Josh, this is what the tool is, enter your details here and Josh will be in touch. It's going to be closed once once we've hit our limit, the amount of teams, something along those lines. No, that's a good thing is that I'm doing the discounting, not you. Right? So they're only getting the discount via me, and so I've leveraged my relationship with you to get the discount, and so you're not giving away the discount. That's how if you're going to do any discount, and that's where I'd say do it as a trial, do it like you said, a 5-game, 6-game, 6 Saturday night games or whatever, work out some method and say, hey, here's what we're going to do, 6 games, pick your 6 premium games. No, you've got the next 24 or 48 hours to figure out that, and yes. Oh. Anyway, yeah, I'm not putting you on this. Yeah, I'm not putting you on the spot. Like, so I'm not going to record. I'll probably record the outros and stuff tomorrow, and send you to things. So you've got 24 hours to think about it, of what the offer might be, whether it's a simple 3-game trial, that kind of thing. If you want to do it at, like I said, it's up to you on what you want to do it for, how you want to go about pricing it, that kind of thing. But the idea is just give it to me to be the pitch man for it. Yep. Yep. And yeah, and then have a secondary offer if you get inundated. So yeah, I'll hopefully by the end of this week it should get published, but it's just a matter of James's schedule and stuff. Yeah, hopefully we will. The only bit will be potentially the scratchiness, but he'll do his well to. He'll at least edit it out. But yeah, occasionally I was hearing that scratchiness, but he's pretty good at cleaning that kind of stuff up. So, but it won't affect the overall quality. If you can send me some images of yourself, if you've got infographic style type of images, maybe of some of the stats out of the Spurs thing, that would be good. Like, because I could put them in the show notes. Something about the did you know 10% of fans appear on the jumbotron. We capture this many. That kind of stats would be good. Your site, Famous Fan, that's just plain HTML, yeah. No, but the about is, and the contact is. Okay. So if I gave you a featured web podcast landing page and gave you the option of give you the HTML, you could put a page called podcast on that page, couldn't you? That could be your main driver. Okay. Because I can do that in lead pages and just plonk my podcast on there, and that could be like hey, have you listened? Here it is. Put it in your email sig and send everybody to that convo. All right. Are you? No worries. Have you got is there an SB week in? Okay. Do you know who's running the one in Boston? Okay. Yeah, it should be good. All right, man. I'm gonna talk to people tonight at my SB week, and yeah, I'm gonna start. I'm sending out a whole bunch of. Oh, so I need your. I'm sending out a bunch of Sports Geek T-shirts to a whole bunch of people. Send me your address, and I'll send you one. But I'm using that as a bit of a shake in the trees from people. All right, mate. Yep.